Welcome to Jurassic Reviews. On this video, we continue going through all the Series 1 dinosaur figures. Today we're going to look at another large herbivore in this line, the Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus retailed in 1993 for $17.99. Like other figures in this line, it included a collector's card. This is actually a pretty awesome looking illustration. I think I actually like it a bit more than the figure itself. Like a few other dinosaurs in this line, mainly the larger dinosaurs, it had a re-release in 1994 with a different card and slightly different box. Just note the difference in the box's window. This figure stands 7.5 inches tall and is about 13 inches long. The JP mark can be found on its back leg. This one's number is 7. Here's a size comparison with other figures in this line. Here it is with the Kenner 4-inch human and a Mattel 3 3/4 scale human. Here it is with the Series 1 Velociraptor. Here it is with the Triceratops. And finally, here it is with the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The paint job on this figure is one of the only bright spots I could really find with it. Its body is mostly a light green color, but it also has dark green spots along the top of it. Its dorsal plates also use this dark green color. Where this figure falls short is with its articulation, or lack thereof, and its weird looking head sculpt and lame action feature. Starting with the articulation, it really doesn't have any. The legs are all unmovable and it's sort of just in a stance like it's standing still. It is rubber though, so it's sort of squishy and you can move it that way. The legs wouldn't be that much of a problem if the sculpt was going for a more neutral pose, but the head is bent slightly to the left, like it's looking off somewhere. The head is very odd looking, and its plates along its back are inaccurate to what a real Stegosaurus's plates looked like. It also has 2 spikes on its tail instead of 4 like it had in real life. This dinosaur did not appear in the first film, well, other than its name being shown, though spelled incorrectly. So maybe that's why there's inaccuracy to the sculpt. Later Stegosaurus figures in different toy lines would not have these issues. The box on this figure states that it has a whipped action spiked tail, but this action is pretty basic. All you're doing is just pulling the tail back, which is made of rubber, and letting go. I think it would have been better if they had went with an actual mechanism to make the tail swing, sort of like the Triceratops head ramming action. This figure also has an unusually large dino damage piece. Some might look at this as a positive, especially kids who play with it, but as far as collectors it can be a real problem. Mainly if you find one of these without the piece. The huge open wound really sticks out and makes it pretty bad for display. I think 3 of the 4 I have are like this. I guess since the dino damage piece is a bit large you may not misplace it, but really without it, it makes a bad figure even worse. This figure would never see a repaint, similar to the other large dinosaurs in the first series. It would never be used again. In terms of rarity, it's pretty common. Prices for a loose one should only fetch you between $15 to $20, with box versions getting closer to the $80, $100 range. For a rating out of 10, I give the Stegosaurus from the first series a 5 out of 10. For me, it's by far Kenner's worst figure, but thankfully they'd get the Stegosaurus right 4 years later with the Lost World version. I would really only recommend this figure if you're a completionist, otherwise I don't see any reason why you'd take this one over the later Stegosaurus figures. I'm sure many people out there have nostalgia for this one, like many of the toys from the first film, but I can't really find too many positives with this figure. And that's all for the Stegosaurus. Thanks for watching and feel free to subscribe if you want to follow me as I review figures from the first series and onwards. Next episode we'll be taking a look at a pretty unique figure from this line, so thanks for watching and see you next time.